Why does this all seem so slow? It's not even like loading. Something doesn't seem right. Oh god. Is it all dying? Is everything dying? Am I dying? This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right at all. Jesus, yeah, this is not good. I've never seen it take this long. My apologies. I'm back. Oh, it didn't even matter. I was about to say my cat's in my game cabinet. This is concerning. Let's just see if it's a normal lag or if I just need to, you know, try again. Maybe it's just lagging as it loads. I don't know. Got a lot to load. Oh, no. Nope. I actually wonder if there's just too much going on. Totally different. Now I'm thinking to myself, do I want to do... I'm going to do resets. Because I want to test something. I want to catch a big-ass fish. and then travel around the map and try to catch a big-ass fish. Well, no, because I kind of already proved that, didn't I? I guess I'm just soft resetting for a long day then. I'm not going to stream tomorrow, and then I think Rogue Galaxy Monday. I'm just going to do that now. Chapter 4, Fishing Madness, part 162. I don't know what to do anymore. I was reading some stuff online, trying to check on some more information, and it made me think that, like, actually shaking the rod in a pattern might be your best bet. Alright, now see, that was a decent fish. Let's just chuck. Let's just chuck. Let's do it. First bite, decent fish. Second bite, decent fish. It's noon. That's when I think the biggest ones bite. Now, I don't have the sun over here, so that kind of sucks. Oh, dang. So I'm talking about, some of them are like way late. So, it's interesting. It makes me, every time I do it, it makes me feel bad. But like, it makes me just think it's totally placebo because, I mean, I haven't chucked a single fish until the last couple of days, and if that mattered, I would have been catching bigger and bigger fish at some point, but I just wasn't. Oh, come on. So, sadly, I think it's some fucking singularity bullshit. Or whatever it is. I think as you get closer to the bigger fish, the rarer and rarer and rarer they become. Like, I mean, like, exponentially to the point where, like, it's unreachable. Perfect is unreachable. It's not unobtainable. Somebody could obtain it. But I don't think you can just set out to get it. I don't think it's like a shiny Pokemon where it's just like, okay, there's over and under odds. I'm gonna hunt for this, and if I'm over odds, it's whatever. If I'm under odds, perfect. I think this is just like, you can set out to catch a big fish, which people do and have. However, I think the goal of setting out for the perfect fish was too much. I don't think anybody's even, I mean, we're just now realizing somebody may have actually caught a perfect length bond after all this time. Sadly, it was a while ago, which makes it even crazier. It makes it even more likely that there is a Gummy, Piccoli, maybe not Piccoli, a Gummy, Gila, and Neji that have been caught at some point, because, I mean, you wouldn't know. Unless you were doing this, you just wouldn't know, and you just reel it in quickly. Oh, this is a Kaji, isn't it? I might actually have to start catching these just in case. If they are Hama-Hamas, they're records. This one feels really good. Okay. So yeah, we're just slamming big Kajis right now. Slamming them. This is so much, like, it's insanely faster than what I was doing. Because those fish take a second to reel in. And it's faster to chuck those fish than any other fish. So instead of taking the minute or so to actually reel it in, or 30 seconds, I think it's about 30 seconds, you just move on to the next fish. Now, does that matter? I don't know. I have no idea. It'd be crazy if they took the time to implement a lost and not lost fish mechanic. But I wouldn't put it past them. Dang, oh, I'm dropping frames. No! Why? That's so weird. I might actually have to call and talk to them. It has been happening so much this last week. Ooh, that's a Hama, right? I don't think it's a new record, but... $87,280. Okay, so I need to see... I need to actually see that be a quarter bar. So a Hama Hama has to be almost a half bar as well. That was just a terrible roll. That could have just been a bad roll. Although I feel like I don't see a lot of the medium sizes when I'm catching the giants. Unless the lag gets persistent, I'm gonna save on this run too, I think. I probably should have saved right there since we're having great luck. Unless the lag gets really bad, I think I'm just gonna keep resetting in like the first 5. Try me. Let's say that's a little bit scary. Are we loading? Okay, we look fine. Okay. Freaking me out. Is it because of where I am? I bet it's because of where I am. Maybe not. Now this might just completely ruin my RNG that I had going. I could have had something cooking there. I don't think saving messes with your RNG. Oh. Feels like it's lagging. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Might just not be a bad lag. Oh, yep, got the lag. Alright, so we'll catch 5 fish and then reset no matter what. The question is, do I actually catch them? Or do we chuck them? Catch them. Let's see if it makes a difference. I don't think it will. It shouldn't, because it determines them as soon as the numbers pop, or it determines them as it's probably hitting, and then the fish is finalized. I don't know. I don't. I guess I should catch through 5 p.m. So now I'm getting a bunch of 8th turns. Just a little tiny turn down there. Quarter of this little half bar. Yeah, see, that's crazy. We got screwed on that last fish. We got screwed on that Hama Hama. Oh my gosh, we got screwed. It wouldn't have been a record, but it could have been like a I bet it could have been like a 110, 120, 380. Oh no, that wasn't a record, but my brain immediately went to, oh yep, chuck it. I forgot we weren't chucking them. Those fish were getting like, not incrementally better. I know that's not how it works because I don't chuck old fish, but damn it. Still wanted to stick to my my conviction. Damn. Didn't want to chuck that fish, but now I guess I'm in the habit of chucking fishes. Ugh. Ugh, and if that had been a Hama Hama, I don't think it was. So it doesn't seem like weight and tension is actually related? Because yeah, that Hama Hama earlier today should have been much, much heavier. I noticed the bar turned differently. Yeah, I got screwed on that Hama Hama. Bites are scarce. Oh. Nothing? Should I be shaking differently? Come on, while there's still light. While there's still light. Ugh. Whatever, I'm gonna reset anyways. I either need to see a monster in this next fish or the one after it if I don't catch anything here. Stars are out. Monster or reset? Which shall it be? Well, shit, I can't tell. I hooked that weird. Could be a decent Hama. What do we got? Nope. Fishy fishy. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello and welcome to another episode. I stole that. That's not mine. That's from... What is his name? The Epic Nate 316? It's not my opening. I stole that. Hi and welcome. No, that's not. How do you do a Markiplier? Hi. No. Hi. Hi. Hi and welcome. There's a Markiplier somewhere in there. Greetings. Welcome, though. I am back in Shigura Village. We did a little out-of-bounds shenanigans this morning. I want to get to Baku Baku farming, but, like, I can't emotionally settle anywhere, because it's like, where do I want my secondary fish? Like, where do I want to farm? Because I can get Baku Baku in Fish Monster Swamp. Honestly, like, sometimes it feels like that. There have been times where I've gone 20 minutes without a catch, and it's just like, am I screwing up, or like, am I experiencing the craziest bout of RNG? Because like after a while, you have to experience stuff like that. Like, oh my gosh, it was like maybe 2012 or 13. I was trying to grind up a Feraligatr in Pokemon Heart Gold before Professor Oak, before Professor Elm and everything. I like literally got Totodile, and I was like, before I even had Pokeballs, which is stupid because if I saw a shiny, I was screwed. I was like, before I even had Pokeballs, I'm gonna get a Feraligatr, so that way I can Ice Punch my rival's Chikorita and just show him who's boss. And at one point while farming against Geodudes, they just stopped appearing. And I was just like, is there a thing in this game where like they actually, like, can you actually defeat too many of a Pokemon? And I left and came back to the area and they started spawning again. It was just like the first time I'd ever dealt with like true RNG. But I just remember thinking to myself, like, have I killed all the Geodudes? Like, where are they? Nope, just bad RNG. It was around that time, too, that I experienced it in Dragon's Dogma. Because I was like, oh, I want to get this super cool outfit. And it's like, okay, to get the outfit... Oh, come on, lose the fish. To get the outfit, I have to open these chests, and they're located in these levels. And, oh, they're 2% drops. Okay, that's pretty bad, but we can do that. We can do that. And I remember it... I don't remember which chest it was exactly or what, like, chamber it was in. But I remember finding the chest and, like, making my save right in front of it so I could farm it. And I opened it, and I opened it, and I opened it, and I opened it. And eventually I got, like, notebook paper out and started doing tally marks. And I got to, like, 200 or 300. And I just remember thinking at one point, like, okay, I'm at the wrong chest. Like, the fucking joke's on me. I've been farming the wrong chest. And, like, I went to the wiki and looked at, like, all the loot items. And it was like, nope, I'm at the right chest. And I remember going to, like, 500 or something like that. And I told my friends, like, the next day or something. And they were just like, that's not how it works. You should have found it by now. You're at the wrong chest. And it was just like, no, like, I just definitely haven't found it. And they're like, no, you just haven't looked that many times then. And I just remember thinking, like, no. Like, I looked in the right chest. And I've looked that many times. I've got the notebook paper. One of my biggest regrets in life is having a friend, and I feel so bad. I think about this so often. But I was in, like, middle school or something. And they showed me a shiny Charmander. And I just remember being like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Neat. And I only thought that because I had another friend who used an action replay to, like, cheat in their shinies. And it's just like, ugh. I look back at that, and I feel so bad. Like, I bet they actually worked so fucking hard for that, and, like, I just assumed that they were, like, my other friend, and we're just like, yeah, my mom finally got me the action replay, so I can spawn them in. All I have to do is hold the L button, and I get automatic shinies. But, like, nope. They had 100% worked hard for it. They were the kind of person that did. 122, 370. Whew, that's brilliant. That's not a record, obviously. But that's a brilliant ratio. That's what I want to see from that size of fish. Perfect. I'm glad I caught that. That's a good indicator. That could have been as low as 100 centimeters. So the fact that it was a 122, good sign. Does that mean anything? Absolutely not. But it means something to me. It means hope. I caught potentially a record, well, not potentially a record, potentially a tying record fish, or a record tying fish earlier. It was mean. It was a mean Hama Hama. And then when I pulled it in, it was a 88 280. Now, we know that Hama Hamas fall under a 100 FP range. Can't confirm that because I don't have the code yet, but I can pretty well confirm it with screenshots. So my 88 280 could have potentially been around 120 380. But I rolled low on both length and weight. But as soon as I hooked it, I knew it was a good one. And then when I pulled it in, it was terrible. And it was just like, what's going on here? And then as the wheels started turning, it was just like, oh, I got cheated. Now, the interesting thing is, I used to look for a nice catch within the first 10 fish. And that was pretty rare. But whenever I got that, I'd buckle in and we'd fish for at least 4 hours. I'd lock in, just zone straight into fishing. But that has led to no success. I don't really have the stomach to sit around for 12 hours anymore. I mean, I definitely do for other games. But I'm kind of burnt out on sitting around for 12 hours fishing because, like, it doesn't lead anywhere. No idea. I thought it did. I thought re-entering the zone and leaving and doing stuff and saving and stuff would change it. But one day I actually just reset the PS2 until I got a really good catch in the first 2. And I went around the entire map and I caught records everywhere. So, like, I have one example where, no, entering and exiting the zone does not matter. And if you catch a record in one place, you could potentially catch a record in every place. Which is kind of what I want to test today, but at the same time, it's like if I catch an almost record in the first few, shouldn't I just lock in and try to catch a record here? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like either I am never going to figure anything out, or I have to keep fishing for tens of thousands of hours. Or 100 people suddenly need to fish for about this length of time. And I don't even think that's gonna happen. I had like a little strategy. I had a plan. I think if enough of us like grouped up together, we could probably get it to like happen. But I was going to try to convince Josh Strife Hayes to do a looking back retrospective, whatever. I can't remember what he's called. Oh, it's called Was It Any Good? But he plays old video games to see if they're any good. And he's been on a giant Path of Exiles fishing kick. And I was going to try to convince him that there was a beautiful PS2 game from back in the day with fishing in it. And that he should try to fish in it so that a bunch of his fans suddenly get addicted to fishing. But I was too lazy to, like, work on that. I'm pretty sure it'd fucking work. If that man can get addicted to fishing in any game, we could try to convince him, because it's free content. We're giving him a game to play. It's got fishing. It falls into his categories. Best case scenario, we hook him and suddenly we get our own data miner out of the whole situation. Because he's got a massive following. I might have to do that after this. I'll just type up an easy little comment and be like, hey, have you ever heard of Dark Chronicle? It's got fishing in it. Brilliant PS2 game. Made by Level 5. Same people that made Dragon Quest VIII, if you've ever heard of it. You should check it out. I would actually. You know what? I'd be pretty salty if Josh Stripe Hayes caught my fucking perfect fish. I'd be pretty mad about that, actually. I'd be salty. Deal's off. No, I'm kidding. I think that has a pretty good chance of working. The question is how to reach him with the information. What's the best way to go about it? I'm sure they get a lot of recommendations for games to play on their channel. So you can't just go about it that way. You can't just issue somebody a fishing challenge because they don't need to take it. Sending 200 emails. Speed run to getting blocked. No, I think I have a pretty good idea. If you actually leave like a well-written comment on one of his posts or something about like when he actually plays games, he'll respond to them. Getting banned any percent's always crack me up. I don't know why. They're not even that funny usually, but there's something about the type of person who's just like, I don't care. I don't care if everybody hates me for the day. I'm going to ruin some server's like hour. I'm going to just say some horrific shit. It's just like, what kind of person does that? But like, go for it. Good shit. It's like what is it? There's a fucking SpongeBob like Battle for Bikini Bottom, use the bathroom any percent, and it's just like, what's wrong with you people? But like, you know what? Get it. Fucking whatever gives you dopamine, go for it. Unless you're hurting people. Obviously, you need stopped. You're a fucking monster, and you should be taken down. Unless it's your job to take down monsters because they're hurting other people. That's a conundrum. That's fucked up. More on that after this. More in the news at 7.
Oh, big stretch. Fuck me, I am...
Oh, I dropped frames again. I'm dropping frames. How many hours did it take you to get to this point? Also, I'd love to see the stats on your fishing rod. Why do people ever think that my fishing rod is anything but max? Y'all's fish are too small. Alright, they did want to know how many hours I had, and I can give them an exact answer. What are the odds that they asked that question? 295.59. 295.59. What's it called? AFK. No, don't lowercase my fishing... Oh, well, I guess I'll lowercase it. Whatever. I'll lowercase fishing rods this time. This time. Because it's a bait rod and a lure rod. Those are specific names. But... I'll allow it. God, how much do I disappear for like 20 to 30 minutes at a time, don't I? So, let's see. Over the last... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm almost at 200 fishing hours. I think I started fishing around the 100-hour mark. I'm almost... Okay. So every 2 hours, I take a 30-minute break. So how much AFK time have I played? I'm so fucking bad at math. What the fuck is the equation on that? Oh, wait. No, it'd be 50 times... So 25? 25 hours? That makes me feel better. That makes me feel a little bit better. That that 25 hours of that is me not playing. That makes me feel a little bit better. It's still pretty fucked up. That makes me feel a little bit better. I've never even thought about that. Oh, they left 2 comments. Holy crap. Oh, that's who it is. Excellent. Wow. Okay. Not even 99959. You know, not even close. I've probably reset and quit. You know, honestly, that 25 hours is probably null. Because when I first started this playthrough, I kept restarting over and over and over until I finally got a run where after talking to Donnie, the level started and I opened the very first chest I opened had something good in it, like a gun or a coin or something. I love RNG. I love games that have like predetermined seeds where it's just like, hey, your first hit was a critical hit and every 5th hit is going to be a critical hit because this game's programmed terribly. I love stuff like that. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, like, my Pokemon playthrough's almost technically at 9999. I don't know if I've ever actually hit all 9s in a game legitimately. I've left some games, like, running. Like, old classic games. Oh my gosh. The longest thing I've ever left running, I think, was a game of Call of Duty Black Ops 1? No. Is it Black Ops 2? Oh, where you stack attacks? I forgot all about that. Oh, I got the fucking lag bug again. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's causing this. I don't know if it's my PS2 or what. Oh, that was a late bite. That was weird. God damn it. Okay, it was 50 centimeters. I couldn't shake it if I tried, and I did. I forgot all about attack stacking. Wow. I told myself I would try that when I got back to this game, and then when I got back to this game, I just dove right into fishing. That was weird, that fish bit so late. I don't know. My God. Just lose the fucking fish. Oh my God. I know you can glitch the fishing rod into the weapon slot while you're still able to fight enemies. So I would have to guess yes. But if I remember correctly, the fishing rod had like really weird interactions when you used it as a weapon. Wow, these fish are biting super late. Like, I think the fishing rod had like a direct line of attack, like in the range that you could cast it, but it behaved like a ranged weapon. So, like, it was essentially like a super long, pokey weapon. Kinda, yeah. I'm trying to. I don't like to, but it's what everybody else does, and it saves a bunch of time. And it's been 28 days, I think, since I caught a record. So it's just kind of like, does it matter if I do things that screw up my fish now? Because, like, I'm just kind of, like, putzing around. Like, I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing anymore. I hope I'm just going to stumble onto another record, but, like, I don't think it's controllable at this point. It kind of bums me out, because I thought, like, I was going to figure out, like, okay, you're going to take 15 steps forward, and then turn your camera to the right. You need to use first person. Look at the sun as it's going down, and as soon as the sun hits the water, walk left 12 steps. Equip the bait rod, switch to the lure rod. Equip 4 pieces of bait, and then as soon as the stars appear, cast your line. That's how you catch the perfect fish. I thought we would maybe find something goofy like that. Maybe stumble into like, hey, why do I keep catching the same fucking fish over and over and over? That's so weird. But, I mean, every time we thought we had something, we'd pretty much disprove it an hour later. Or we'd disprove it the next day, or we'd never find any proof of it again. So, it's just kind of like, I don't know, throwing fish at a fucking wall now, and hoping one of them's the right one. Because it's crazy, you can't actually see the fish until you land it. You can tell you have a good one. Yeah, like, pretty much. Mackenzie always harasses me because they're like, you should have 600, and I can't even remember how many potato cakes it is. I think it's 627. That's actually why I have all the items in my inventory again. I had sold, and I think it's causing my game to lag, but I had sold everything in my inventory except for like, actually, yeah, except for just these items and just these items. Everything else in the middle I'd sold, so I had more fishing room. And again, I didn't see a record for almost 22 days or something like that, and then I was just like, there's something I've done. And the only thing I could think of left was that I had sold all my items. And coincidentally enough, I did start seeing big fish again. But, like, I haven't caught a record. But I did start seeing big fish. Could have been a coincidence. Total coincidence. But, I don't know. I got nothing. I want to see what this looks like. This is a decent fish. If this was good, it should be a 140, 400. Worst case, it's a 100, 300. Could be even a 90. It's a 114, 338. That's middle of the pack. That's yeesh. It's not what I want. It's not what I wanted. Oh. Let's put my phone down. Oh, that's another one. Alright, so what did we just see? We saw 114. I can't even remember what it was. 113? Anyways, this is the exact same size of fish. So if you notice, the bar went up the exact same amount. I'm getting like the same amount of fight out of it. But watch, it'll be a completely different size, even though it seems like the exact same fish. Oh, okay. Fuck me, it is almost the exact same fish. Damn game. Trying to make me look bad. Oh, go, 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 go. God, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. I haven't seen that in a long time. God, Courage the Cowardly Dog is probably a Boomerang show now. Am I a boomer? Return the slab. What? Return the slab. What? Return the slab. I ain't returning nothing. Whack. Ooh, I don't like the looks of this. Alright. Alright. The fucking jam. Alright, so you have to run 3 circles around this thing. And then you run through it. And you run over here. And you talk to this guy. And you come over here. And you run over here. You touch his tail. You run over here and you look like this. You pull out your rod. You go shoo. You cast it out. shake. And you wait. And then you shake. Oh, son of a bitch. Let's just actually catch the fucker. Oh, thank God. I was going to say, if you didn't pull out your rod too, it wouldn't have worked. So I'm glad you at least helped. Otherwise, I just look like an idiot. Now, where are the big fish? Y'all are getting chucked. I bought this thing online. It's for my dog. Got a ball in the end of it. It's called Chuck It. You know what it does? Chucks it. Right there on the fucking handle. It's American made. That's why. Got 2 instructions. Chuck it. This feels dirty. This feels like I'm doing something that I should not be doing. I feel like somewhere in the world there is a developer who's having chest pains because his passion is making fishing minigames, and I'm just ruining it. I mean, there's other people who are doing it, but like, I've strayed from the path. I was a good fisherman. I valued every fish, and now look at me. I'm some sort of monster. That thing, what is it? They call it speed. Call it what? Call it fish chucker. I actually don't think I can even chuck fish as well as PS4 and emulator players, because it appears there's like a certain size. Oh, that was weird. Like, will this one go? Yeah, it actually went. It appears there's like a certain size of fish that I can't actually chuck. My God, what is that video from? It just immediately popped in. It's fucking the Boondocks. I almost said it because it popped into my fucking head. Is it the Boondocks? What? Hold on, I have to Google this. No, yeah, it's the Boondocks. It's the episode where the teacher gets fired for saying the N-word. There's a list of words we don't say at this school. The N-word, the F-word, the S-word. Can you inform us what the S-word is? Spear chuck. Oh, wow, yeah. That'd be awful. Interestingly, I've gotten used to it, but when I plugged in my PS2 to the Elgato capture card and had to like run it through like a recording video, whatever, because it can't just, it's really dumb. It can't just record it off your screen. You have to be running it through an app. It's so stupid. It makes me so angry. But it causes like the weirdest fucking lag or delay. It's an input. It's definitely input delay. But it took me so long to get used to it. Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, so this isn't that good of a fish. But I want to see it again. I feel like I'm definitely seeing better fish this round. 103, 300. I take it back. What am I on? Better fish. Sucking bean stores of sucky fish. Oh. Where are the good fish? Oh, this is so sad. Oh, wait, no, wrong rod. Why did I think I could do that again? Yeah, and like, I don't know where we're going in the future, but I bought... What was it? I can't even remember. It was a Lenovo ThinkPad or something. My mom needed a new laptop for school a few years ago, and we bought it for her without even, like, checking all this stuff. But, like, that motherfucker doesn't even have, like, an HDMI or anything on it. And it's just like, where are we going? Like, what the fuck, people? Like, we're not getting old technology added to stuff. So, like you just said, like, it's hard to fucking hook up old consoles and whatnot. And then, like, they're making shit without fucking connections to current stuff. And it's like, unless there's some fucking future, and I hate Bluetooth. Like, it's great and all, but, like, it's not the future. I don't know why Bluetooth is making this sudden fucking reappearance, but, I mean, good for them. I guess Bluetooth has survived the ages. Okay, that might be the, okay. That might be the issue. It took long enough to explain my mom which one the HDMI cord was, so that's wonderful. I'm not smart enough to actually know, but I actually want to know how hard it would be for Sony to pay a guy or a woman, anybody, to basically remake a PS2 with HDMI and stuff. Just fucking remake a PS2. That's it. Put all the games on it if you want. I don't care. But like, Nintendo needs to redo a run of Game Boys. Everybody's fucking Game Boys are starting to die. Everybody has to get them modded. And Nintendo ain't doing it. Those are like, depending on where you live, those are so rare and expensive that it's not even fucking funny. And you are correct. I mean, yeah, that is true. Sony did make them, but they either realized it was too powerful or it was too much for them. And I'm doubting it was too much for them. Oh my gosh. The local game stores I go to, like, laugh in your face if you ask about those. They, like, don't exist in my area. And if they do get brought into the store, they're gone by the end of the day. People wait for them to be, like, set up on display. Yeah, but, like, I'd have to be a fly on the wall in that board meeting to believe that. I don't fucking believe that for a moment. Maybe back then, when the PS2 games were kind of, like, not popular, but now, absolutely, there's no way that's cost saving. The technology to put that hardware into a console now has to be, like, a joke. It's just, I think it's just, again, it's a disconnect between, like, the highest up people who are in charge of the money side of things and the people who actually know what needs to be made. It genuinely is. Ugh. Man, that sucks. Why does that keep happening? Maybe I shouldn't stream today. Maybe that's a sign. Is it back? Ugh, and I'm lagging? Ugh, why am I lagging again? Yeah. And what's funny is I just bought a Generation 2 PS3, the one literally after they removed all that stuff, for $60. Fully functional, beautiful PS3. I mean, it's a fucking brick. I mean, it's a giant-ass cinder block. But, like, it works just fine. It just doesn't play PS2 games. And I got it for... what is that? $390 less? No. Yeah, $390 less. Just because it doesn't have the PS2 parts. That's insane. Odds are that'll go up if it's a bidding site, but that's pretty insane. I'd have to guess that one's... oh, I wonder if they're region locked. I was gonna say, I'd have to imagine that one's region locked and they're not admitting it or something. But that's a great price. Oh, that's pretty cool then. Maybe it's legit. I'm shocked companies aren't shitty enough and hate customers enough to actually, like, region lock the things in the... I bet if they could. I was gonna say, like, in the world. Like, you can't play this one outside of Japan. Like, if you take it outside of Japan, the fucking system just dies. Like, I'm honestly shocked they don't do shit like that. Because I see people all the time with, like, Japanese Game Boys and stuff, and it's just like, damn, that's sweet. I feel like it's only a thing of the past, though, just because... probably because of production. They probably just can't control it as much. I mean, there's very clearly, like, somebody in the past didn't want games being traded around. The Game Boys might not be, but the games definitely are. Because I know you can't play Japanese games on a US Game Boy. Or maybe I'm just thinking of 3DSs. Sorry. I'm grouping them all together. That's my fault. Well, I should group them. I don't know exactly how to group them, but like... yeah, I don't think those ones were. Yeah, that was my fault for grouping those. But like, I know the 2DS and I think the 3DS have certain regions that you can't play them in because there's this limited edition Dragon Quest 2DS I want. But like, unless I jailbreak it, I have to play Japanese games on it. So it's just like, do I actually want the cool ass 2DS? It's like, is it even worth it if I have to play Japanese games on it or jailbreak it? Like, at that point, I might as well just buy a cool modded 3DS that can have anything on it, and I can stream from it. It's just wild to me that, like, Nintendo, the company that, like, cornered the market on, hey, we're just gonna sell you shit. Like, see this? See this? These are the same games, except for 2 Pokemon. And we're gonna sell them to you. Don't sell, like, a new Game Boy every year or something like that. Or a new fucking... Hey, we remade all the old cartridges from the last 20 years. Literally, they could remake, like, yellow cartridges every 5 years and then just change the plastic on the outside, and people would buy it just because the plastic's different. Yeah, that's not too bad. I've literally never even thought about that. They could just re-release the actual game cartridges. And people would buy that shit up. Oh my god, people would buy that shit up. Literally just re-release Pokemon Yellow. A fucking 30-year-old game. Not even change anything. And people would buy that shit. I mean, yeah, that's like, I never even thought of that. Because, like, I see it all the time on Reddit where people show off their display, and it's just like, wow, what the... You have fucking... What is that? $6,000, $7,000 just hanging on your fucking wall? Because it'll be like a picture of the box for red, the box for green, the box for fucking blue, the box for yellow, with the Game Boy that matches it, with the game case. And people are always just like, what the fuck? Like, what are you, loaded? Oh, excellent. Yeah, go do what you need to. Anyways, let me finish this thought. You don't have to listen. But the people will be like, oh yeah, no, it's all reproduction. It's not actually real. And it's like, oh, thank God. It's fucking like $60 worth of stuff. But thank you. Thank you. Hopefully I do catch a big one. If you don't see me on later, I probably did not catch a big one. Pretty simple, actually. But thank you for the luck. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. It is always nice to have somebody here. It makes it so much easier to get through this. Otherwise, it's just me sitting here wondering when it's going to happen, and then I start to get distracted, and then I think about doing something else, and then I go do something else, and the fish never get caught. So, it's an interesting little paradox, isn't it? But go do what you need to. Go on, scat. You don't need to watch this. You can always just swing by YouTube as well. Check the thumbnails and see if I caught any records. I try to keep the records in the title. I try to, but sometimes I forget. No clickbait here. I'm not gonna trick you into watching my videos. If there's something interesting, it's in the thumbnail. That is my go. I pick all my own thumbnails except for the Borderlands 2 playthrough. That is the only playthrough where I didn't pick all the thumbnails, because at a certain point, every thumbnail that I wanted to pick was like a blurry fucking mess, and it was just like, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Is this a good Hama? I don't think so. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Well, you know, if they're gonna do that, wait R2. Let me just check something real quick. Is there anybody lurking? Is it just me? Hey, no, there's 2 people here. Who's here? Who's lurking? glad I checked. I was just gonna end it right there. I would have felt bad then. I don't even feel like catching fish anymore. Well, I apologize, but if you were just lurking, I don't think you really care all that much. So I'm going to go take a nap. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to try to catch some Z's and find some sleep that I need and have lost. Monday is going to be Rogue Galaxy, but today is... Rogue Fallacy? No, that's a big wiener, I think.